Hello there, my friends. How are you doing? This is my new series called Individual Towers. In this series, what I do is I go over every single tower in its own separate video, explaining its perks, the good things about it, the bad things about it, the okay things about it, and anything in between that you could possibly want to know about that tower. I try and make all my videos last about 10 minutes, trying to make them a really in-depth guide to that tower and understanding it completely. If you watch all of these videos and you understand every single tower and all the perks of that tower, there is no doubt in my mind that you will be one of the best BTD players in the entire world. Absolutely. So first off, let's start off with, of course, the Dart Monkey. The hotkey is Q, so whenever you start using your hotkeys, you'll start learning that you are a much better player. Now, the thing you have to understand about the Dart Monkey is that he is the most important tower for starting off. He is definitely the most important tower, because if you put him in the right spot, he will just be plain amazing. Now, what I'm going to do is not talk about too much about placement and all that good stuff. I mostly want to talk about the tower itself, but I do like to go over some placement ideas for you guys just a little bit. First off, whenever you place something like a Dart Monkey, what you want to do is you don't want to place it in a spot like this. You know, you don't want to place it in a spot where it's only going to attack once and just be done. You always want to put most of your towers in a spot where they're going to attack multiple spots, especially something with some range like a Dart Monkey or a Ninja or maybe a Wizard or something like that. So the best place to put it would be in a spot where you're going to have multiple places where it attacks, and usually want a gap in between the times when he does attack. So when you think about a 0-0 or a low-level Dart Monkey, you want to put him somewhere like maybe here. Now what I did is I put him actually closer to this top lane right here. The reason why I did that was because when you think about some Bloons coming by, no matter what, he's automatically going to hit these Bloons. It's going to be really, really easy. There's so many Bloons on the screen that he's not going to miss. He's always going to hit those. But when they come around over here, you want to make sure that he's not going to miss, for sure, the very last little part over here. You know, you only got a few individual Bloons, so you want him attacking as much as possible up in this little vicinity. And that's why I put him closer to the top. There's also, of course, other places to put him. This isn't the only good place. You know, maybe you could think about putting some sort of Dart Monkey, maybe like here. You know, you got 3 different places where they can attack. If you put one here, you got over here where you can attack, just a little sliver of attack thing. You got over here where you can attack just a little bit as well, and then you got over here where you can attack just a little bit as well. So technically there is 3 spots. Personally, I would pick this spot just because it seems a little bit more, I guess, good for what I like to play. Of course, gameplay styles and stuff do depend on how you like to play. And yes, Bloons Tower Defense 5, even though it's somewhat simple, has a lot of things that you can change to make yourself play better, and also different play styles. For example, I'm not one of those guys that likes to use lots of low-level towers. Usually I like to try and upgrade my towers to a high-level tower and then farm in between all those things. Also, I'm a heavy farmer. I love to farm, so I try and farm as much as possible. Some other people don't really like to do that as much. They like to just build towers and just build on those towers and make them better really, really darn fast. So let's start off with the upgrades. Now, there's the way you talk about upgrades in every single Bloons Tower Defense game is by saying 2 numbers. You say a 0-0 Dart Monkey, and what that means is you got 0 upgrades on the left and 0 upgrades on the right. And then if you say a 0-1 Dart Monkey, it means 0 upgrades on the left and 1 upgrade on the right. That's just how we talk about the upgrades of your towers. That's just the easiest way to do it, instead of actually calling them by all of the individual name, like, I got a long-range Dart Monkey, or I got a enhanced eyesight Dart Monkey with sharp shots. You know, it just sounds stupid. You don't really want to do that. You just want to say 1-0 or 0-1 or 4-2 or whatever the heck you want to do. So, the first 2 upgrades I'm going to talk about are the range upgrades. Now, the first range upgrade is somewhat unimportant. You usually don't want to get that upgrade very often at all. You usually only want to get the upgrade is if you really, really have it in a perfect spot where if you got that upgrade, it could attack multiple areas, and it works out nicely if you can have that little tiny bit more range. But other than that, you really don't want to get that upgrade by itself. The next upgrade is Enhanced Eyesight, which is definitely interesting because it adds camo detection to your tower. So if you're ever getting a high-level Dart Monkey on the right side, you always want to get the left-sided upgrades for camo detection, and also, of course, you get that little bit of extra range, which does help out on high-level Dart Monkeys. For low-level Dart Monkeys, you usually don't want to use the range just because it's so much money for so little popping power. That's just the way it works. So when we get this enhanced eyesight, we're like, alright, we get a little bit more range. It's not that bad at all. When you see the difference between a dart monkey and this guy, you can see the radius is probably almost doubled, I would say. Almost. I'm not really good with measuring math in my brain here, but it's a pretty darn big increase, right, guys? Absolutely. You also got this guy right here, which was just one upgrade. So you got this little guy, that thing, and that thing. Those are the 3 ranges. Pretty reasonable. Alright, and then the next upgrade after we get that is a catapult, or actually a spikopult, excuse me, is the spikopult, which is a cool upgrade, but also a very unusable upgrade in most situations. The way you want to use a spikopult monkey is by putting him somewhere along the lines of over maybe here. Maybe like right around here is what I would say. It's very hard to find a good spot for a spikopult monkey, because oftentimes he'll hit the wrong balloons and stuff like that, but usually the way you want to do it is you actually want to send out a lot of low-level balloons against it, and he does have a decent amount of popping power versus these low-level balloons. Also, you usually want to keep your catapult monkey on last, usually, because what he's going to do is he is going to attack mostly down straight lines and hit lots and lots of these red balloons. So you got a ton of red balloons here, which a 0-3 dart monkey would have probably a pretty decent problem with. And if you get the spikopult here, he's just going to rocket right through these guys and take them down nice and easy. So that is a spikopult for you. Once you go up to the Juggernaut, it's the same exact thing. You get a spikopult that shoots farther and pops a lot more balloons. So when you go up to this Juggernaut, also I think he shoots faster as well. Though I'm not 100% positively positive about that. Throws a giant, unstoppable killer spiked ball that can pop lead balloons and excels at crushing ceramic balloons. So yes, that's another good thing about the Juggernaut compared to the catapult monkey. As versus ceramics, you get a lot of popping power. So if you got a couple ceramics coming through here, it just demolishes these ceramic layers, which there's not that many good things that pop ceramics. If you really think about it, there's really not that much good stuff that pops ceramics. There's only things that shoot really, really quick, which, let's be honest, isn't really that much. So now that we've gone through that, it does have a lot of balloon popping power, a lot of reds and blues and greens, and if you got billions of balloons all over the place, he's pretty darn good. It's just the fact of shooting down a straight line is hard to do on most maps. So that's why a Juggernaut is usually not something you want to get, because it's kind of expensive. On the other hand, it is camo lead popping power, and that is sometimes something you need for BTD battles or something along those lines. But yes, not something you always want to use, my friends. Not the most fantastic upgrade in the entire world. Also, one other thing is when you get sharp shots and razor sharp shots, it doesn't really help the Juggernaut very much at all, my friend. It does not help him out at all. If you're going to go for a Juggernaut, just get a 4-0 Juggernaut, because if you get 1 extra pierce compared to its already like 100 pierce, it really doesn't help out too much. Absolutely not. Alright, so let's move on to the right-sided upgrades now for our Dart Monkey. So, keeping in mind that we could possibly get long-range darts and the enhanced eyesight as well, we will try and stay away from that for right now. We're just going to talk mostly about the popping power. So the popping power of the Dart Monkey is definitely an interesting aspect that you need to keep in mind. When you get a sharp shots upgrade, you can pop 2 balloons per shot. So first, the Dart Monkey only pops 1 balloon per shot, and then you can go through and hit 2 balloons per shot. So now we got these little red balloons. It's going to slide right through this one and hit the other one. Now, when you move up to the razor sharp shots, it says it can pop 2 extra balloons per shot. So yes, it did get more expensive of an upgrade. It's now $170 instead of $160, I believe, right? 140. It goes from 140 to 170. Like, why does it get more expensive to pop that? Well, actually, because it goes to 4 popping power. Now your Dart Monkey has 4 popping power, so it can pop through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can pop through 4 of these balloons right here, and then 1 red balloon will be left. Oh, I guess it just kind of is silly right there, and it just magically did not want to pop all those balloons for some reason. I don't really understand why. It should pop through 4 of these. There we go, it popped through 4. But for whatever reason, I don't know why, but it seemed to be going through one of those balloons. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or if just something weird, but the Dart Monkey is weird today. Now, when you move up to this triple darts upgrade, oh my goodness gracious. You have 3 darts at a time instead of 1. So you have 3 darts that each pop 4 balloons, so you get 12 popping power from just this guy alone. On top of that, you also get an increased attack speed for your triple Dart Monkey. So, without speeding up, if you just watch the Dart Monkey, it might be a little bit hard to tell, but you got that guy right there, and then also you got this guy right here. You can see that he shoots just a little tiny bit faster, right? just a little bit faster, but he's catching up. You can tell he's just a little bit faster, and that does, of course, help out over time. And when you put out 12 shots per, or 12 killing power per shot compared to this guy's little tiny bit of 4, it's definitely an effective upgrade, my friends. Definitely effective. Now, the only real problem with the 0-3 Dart Monkey is, of course, the fact that it's somewhat inaccurate, with its 3 darts. If you just check it out, they're not exactly on top of each other. They kind of spread out over time, which if you like a spread out attack, that's okay, but normally that's not what you want to see. You want to see a direct, for sure, hit on every single balloon. Now we will move up to the ability of the Dart Monkey, which is the Super Monkey Fan Club. This is a interesting ability that I tend not to use in Bloons TD Defense 5 almost at all. In battles, it can be used sometimes, but overall, it's really not that amazing. If you guys remember back in the day when the Super Monkey Fan Club was just plain amazing, if you had a 0-3 Dart Monkey, or if you had 0-3 Dart Monkeys and you ended up getting a Super Monkey Fan Club, this guy would shoot out not just 1 dart, but he would actually shoot out 3 darts. So it was just ridiculously awesome, guys. It was ridiculously awesome because you could shoot out 3 darts, and if you had like 9 0-3 Dart Monkey, it would be amazing. Just amazing if they on a pop power. It'd basically be 3 times as much as a Super Monkey Fan Club these days. Now, how should you use the Super Monkey Fan Club? Well, what happens is the Super Monkey Fan Club allows you to get 10 Super Monkeys. So this is this guy right here. We got 10 of these guys. We're also just going to sell these. Bloop, bloop, bloop. We're going to get a oopsie doodles. We're going to get this 11th one here. And what the Super Monkey Fan Club does is it doesn't actually make all of these guys turn into Super Monkeys. It only makes 10, including himself. So keep that in mind as well. It's 10, including himself, into these Super Monkeys. Does it last a long time? It lasts about, what was it, 15 seconds, I believe? Converts up to 10 nearby, yeah, for 15 seconds. So that's a reasonably long amount of time. I mean, you can take down a Moab or 2 with these guys. Now, also, you have to keep in mind some other random tower that might help you out a little bit as well is just, you know, a monkey village. You get a 0-1 monkey village. It's going to double the popping power of all your towers here. It's just going to be awesome. I recommend getting that for sure. Also, if you get multiple 0-4 Dart Monkeys over here, or 2-4 Dart Monkeys for that matter, you can use these Super Monkey Fan Clubs over and over again. You can use that, and then you can even go over here and be like, "Ka-cha-cha-cha, get more of these guys," and you can turn more than 10 Dart Monkeys into these Super Monkey Fan Club guys. So if you use them all over the place, they can be pretty darn amazing, my friends. Pretty darn amazing indeed. Overall, is it a good upgrade? Like I said, I tend not to use it very much because I feel like other upgrades are just a little bit better for different towers. But definitely something to think about using in battles, and sometimes if you're just having some fun in BTD5, you can make them happen, guys. Overall, I try and stay away from abilities for the most part just because I feel like abilities are good for the hard levels, but then overall it can make you lose the game, so I tend to try and stay away from them. So that is going to be the end of episode 1 of Individual Towers. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will get a bunch more of these videos up for every single tower, including the mobile version towers. I'll go over the helicopter and the engineer and the balloon chipper and the submarine as well. So I hope you guys are going to look forward to that. As always, thanks for watching and have a super duper delicious day. Hey there, guys. I'm Super John Bumbo, also known as Chris. Hopefully you enjoyed the videos. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, like, or favorite any of them that you want to. Also, we've got a bunch of other cool videos here if you want to check them out. We got just a random video. We got Bloons Monkey City. Or if you want to check out Random Knot series, those are personally my favorite videos to make. Also, we got a new channel here called Super Science. So if you haven't checked out any of my science videos and you just want to learn something, go ahead and check that out. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a super duper delicious day.